West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
It is the 12th of December 2025. Thank you so much for watching West Nile TV. And as we start our NILECAST bulletin with I, Kajik Daisy Uchama, let's have the headlines.
In the headlines tonight, inaccurate statistics affect NEBI persons with disabilities to benefit from government programs. Art teachers set to receive a 25% salary increment from July 2026. And Parambo Mission Stars FC president hailed for supporting young talents in football. This and more in the NILECAST News Bulletin.
People living with disabilities in Nebi district are raising concerns about the lack of accurate data on their numbers, which affects their access to essential services and support from the government. The underreporting and inconsistent data collection methods have led to inadequate representation in policy-making processes, which has hindered access to essential services like healthcare, education, and social support. Alfred Jawok reports.
People living with disabilities in Nebi district are raising concerns about the lack of accurate data on their numbers, which affects their access to essential services and support from the government. According to Jarash Ronald, District Councillor PWD's Nebi district, this data gap hinders planning, resource allocation, and implementation of programs aimed at improving their well-being. It has been discovered that inaccurate data of people living with disabilities in Nebi district is affecting service delivery to the disabled persons. Beside me, I have Jarash, who is the district councillor for disabled persons within the district. How do you think inaccurate data on disabled people affecting the service delivery?
Thank you, Jawoko, and you know, as you rightly put it, as the world celebrate and Uganda and Nebi district in particular joins the rest of the world to celebrate the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, you know, it is true, based on the theme for which the celebration took place, that wealth creation programs, a key to empowerment of persons with disabilities. And like you asked, data is a very important thing in planning. When data is there, you plan effectively, because you will know, one, the number of people you are planning for, and the rest will come out. In Nebi district, we have been trying to raise data to know how many persons with disabilities are available in Nebi, in the villages, within the parish, and we add up to the district. That has not been possible, and therefore locally we are forced to rely on the data of UBOS. That, to us, we feel has got some loopholes and challenges.
Grace Owen, Chairperson, Disability Council, Nebi District, stated that in Nebi District, people with disabilities face various challenges, including limited access to education, employment, and health care.
Find out how many persons with disability within the district, even the entire Uganda. according to the recent population census, it is still lacking. We don't have the standard data for persons with disability in the whole country.
Nemongo Claire Dorin, chairperson PWD's Navy District, revealed that the lack of accurate data makes it difficult to address these issues effectively.
In Uganda, we have very good laws, but you find that some of these laws just remain on papers. They are not implemented. That is also another way which is affecting our persons with disabilities. We know that we have a number of programs of which persons with disabilities are supposed to benefit from. We have programs like government programs like MYOGA, PDM, National Special Grant, and the rest. With the National Special Grant, I have no complaint about it because it is something which is specifically for persons with disabilities. And
Underreporting and inconsistent data collection methods lead to inadequate representation in policy-making processes, and insufficient data hinders access to essential services like healthcare, education, and social support. Efforts are being made to address the concerns, including initiatives to improve data collection and promote inclusivity of people living with disabilities. Back to you at the command center, Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
The Minister of Public Service, Honorable Wilson Muruli Mukasa, has announced that starting July 2026, art teachers, primary school teachers, local government workers, and leaders whose salaries have not been enhanced since 2014 will receive a 25% salary increment. The announcement was made during a stakeholders engagement organized by the Ministry of Public Service at Boma Hotel in Gulu City. Stephen Okello has more.
The long-standing salary disparity among local government workers has remained a major concern. The silence from government before and after the previous industrial actions continues to affect schools and health facilities across the country.
The service because, first of all, the people, the staffs working within the district, you work knowing that they're not happy about the pay, the payment they get. And that makes morale of their work go low. And it affects service delivery to the people.
For years, the look of frustrations on workers' face has forced their supervisors to excuse them, even when it affects service delivery at their duty stations.
The sitting LC5, I would say if this plan is implemented, we will be in position at least to rest with really supervising our staff in local government. Because we are human. Sometimes you look at the pressure staff is having. Sometimes we'll be having loans in 2 commercial institutions. And that person will be really like living in a prison because of working tirelessly to meet demand to pay a loan.
But today, some relief was visible among government leaders following the announcement of 25% salary increments for a wide range of public servants, including office cleaners, local council leaders, primary school teachers, and arts secondary school teachers, effective July 2026.
It has now become necessary that we actually now enhance the rest of the service, which has not had any enhancement since 2014. The economic situation has changed over the years. So it's now necessary that we enhance and we push this category of workers to at least to 25%. And we continue with that, everything being constant in the next 3 years until they are moved to the level where their colleagues are of 77%.
Minister Muruli Mukasa also revealed that pensioners have been included in the salary enhancement plan.
For this to happen, we need an extra 1.4 trillion on top of what already is being paid, an extra 1.4 trillion, and it is still within reach, really, because according to standard requirements, One is that the salary of workers must be raised or got from the domestic collections.
Gulu City Woman Member of Parliament, Betty Olochan, welcomed the decisions, saying the move will ease the workload of MPs who constantly deal with salary complaints at grassroots.
And I also want to say for salaries, that it didn't need to be stagnant for so many years, because that is also very demotivating. And my proposal would have been for us to set up a salary service commission so that Parliament is not judged unfairly.
However, leaders call on government to follow through with this commitment, noting that similar pronouncements in the past have not been materialized.
We can make a very good plan. If it is not implemented, it is like a dead plan. It is like bringing the anxiety, bringing the mind of communities, shaping the mind. So we do not want a psychotherapy statement that will address the mind of the local government staff and public service staff to allow them conform to that therapy, to address the mind only. But if it is not done, it's like suppressing on the time bomb for industrial action.
For almost 10 years, the stale salary enhancement of section of public servants has fueled corruptions, made recruitment and retention of skilled workers difficult, and weakened service delivery across the country. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, NILECAST.
During the eulogy of the late Moses Alochi, the executive director Parombo Mission Stars FC, who died in a fatal accident on Nebi Pakwach Highway on the 9th of December 2025, the president, Parombo Mission Stars, Reverend Father Michael Chitia, has challenged the community to preach the message of love. Late Moses Alochi was laid to the rest on the 12th of December 2025 at his ancestral home at Kisenge Parombo Town Council in Nebi District. Alfred Jawok has more.
The president, Parombo Mission Stars FC, Reverend Father Michael Chitia, has challenged community members to preach a message of love for the death of someone. While delivering his condolence message to the mourners this afternoon, who gathered at Kisenge Primary School, Parombo Town Council, Nebi District, to eulogize late Moses Alochi, Executive Director, Parombo Mission Stars FC, who died in a fatal accident on Nebi Pakwach Highway, Reverend Father Michael Chitia advised them to stop judgment after death, which brings disunity in society.
Strategic plan meeting. Ora para beach. Keduan ar oru a beach kende. Adong ko ora par. Winch ruadia wakenwa dano moko. Mawachupu rumin gin kidoko partners, kidoko sponsors. Mawachupu tiu kumupera yore maketu kuloka nuango bero. Eyu man wayo bulogo wakoge. Oketu ma awetu an tunya tek ni amupira deko dano ogamo deko wa eni niko mupira eni amos furniture solution laitie logo pare ikum jazi mwama nyen ti side my kai odekwa ko zumi madi kama ai.
Honorable Ronald Tomwa, Parombo Town Council chairperson, described late Moses Alochi as a true patriot who loved his country at the time of his untimely death.
Umakogitim tish matek man gibet kusende jeba ngo kwanya shama ukari maeni jumi irakare nya ating bimi senegal fudaka ngwen dogi met doge I shon kuru tuition pare and tia bibi ni bengi patro afoyo.
Meanwhile, Honorable Isaac Otimgi Ismail, Member of Parliament, Padire County, encourages believers to believe that death comes from God and no one should start judging others and they should overcome temptations.
Shidio di at referral hospital sheke ya Rua Kani. Ibima iri accident and emergency zo. Accident madit utie mamulu kumboda boda. Ukado pa mutukari de. statistics be nyutunia I oro mukado danu muto I Kampala kende kum danu muto kulembe mamulu kum piki piki kutie danu makado ili kashel da kapishi I Kampala kende podi waketu ngo Uganda so abe kwayo danu nia ka governmenti ube washi unia kaibe riemu boda boda kend helmet kaibe riemu boda boda nenia irigi speed maber esha gibedegi ngo gimitu ngo kanyo to kulo kaperi bebe an kari ya mutu kari body moko sha olgenga re piki piki I body ni in so kiteme neno ni mutu kari kaunwa accident bam kudusha esha dom in rema kumi bam kudu o wi rema ngeni kudu kai kendo ngo helmet.
Late Moses Aloshe died on 9th December 2025 after a fatal motor accident that caused him to fracture on his head. He was laid to rest today at his ancestral home at Kisenge Parombo Town Council, Nebi District. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Older secondary schools are set to undergo a massive expansion and rehabilitation, creating at least 42,000 new admission slots for learners, Higher Education State Minister Dr. John Muyingo announced. Dr. John Muyingo said the government has secured $324.8 million, or about 1.1 trillion shillings, in World Bank funding to upgrade 121 traditional secondary schools that have been operational for more than 50 years. Okomoringa reports.
The government has secured $324.8 million, or about 1.1 trillion shillings, in the World Bank funding to significantly rehabilitate and expand 121 traditional secondary schools, aimed at creating 42,000 new admission places for learners. The $321.8 million intervention will provide a major facelift to the 121 traditional secondary schools. The government expects each school to be expanded to accommodate at least 350 more learners. The Higher Education State Minister, Dr. John Chrysostom Muyingo, announced the finding on Tuesday while officially opening two newly built seed secondary schools in Luwero District. The project is structured under the Uganda Learning Acceleration Program, which is scheduled to begin in the year 2026. It specifically targets government-aided secondary schools that have existed for more than 50 years. Reporting for West Nile Television, Okomoringa Christine, NILECAST.
It has been lovely having you on West Nile TV as we had our NILECAST bulletin. It's a Friday. Have a good night.